that refreshes like no other. My friend Fanta. Thank you, Hitler. You weren't all bad.
The beverage known as Fanta is available in over 190 countries, its brand associated with recreation and fruit flavor. Its origins, however, lie in a much darker period. This drink was conceived within Nazi Germany, born from the desperation of the Coca-Cola Company's German branch to survive a world at war. This is the story of Fanta's secret origin. Prior to the Second World War, Coca-Cola was undergoing significant international expansion. Its German subsidiary, Coca-Cola GmbH, founded in 1929, was exceptionally successful. By 1933, the year of Hitler's ascent to power, it was selling 100,000 cases per year. The man who presided over its most substantial growth was Max Keith, who assumed control in 1938. Under his direction, sales escalated to over 4 million cases by 1939, supplied by 43 bottling plants. The brand became deeply enmeshed in German life, most notably as a sponsor of the 1936 Berlin Olympics, an event engineered by the Nazi regime as a global propaganda platform. The company's logo was displayed alongside Nazi banners. This was a strategy of aggressive marketing. Keith's singular focus was business success within a fiercely nationalistic environment. While not a registered member of the Nazi Party, his pragmatism remains a subject of historical debate. Some accounts, for example, note that to secure the company's standing, he led a Sieg Heil at a company event honoring Hitler's 50th birthday. He was a businessman navigating a complex and perilous political landscape. The German invasion of Poland in 1939 and the subsequent outbreak of war posed a severe challenge for multinational corporations. The Allied powers enacted a trade embargo against Germany, which cut off the supply of the proprietary 7X Coca-Cola syrup from the United States. This left Max Keith as head of the German operation with factories and personnel, but no product to sell. Without its core ingredient, the business faced imminent collapse and potential nationalization by the German government. To avert this, and to protect his employees, Keith resolved that the company must create its own beverage, using only resources available within the blockaded nation. With no access to Coca-Cola's key ingredients, Keith assigned his chemists the task of formulating a new soft drink from available domestic resources. The wartime economy rendered this a difficult endeavor. The formula they devised was a product of necessity, utilizing ingredients that were fundamentally industrial byproducts. The base was composed of whey, the liquid that remains after cheese production, and apple pome, the fibrous material left from pressing cider. Beet sugar provided the sweetness, as cane sugar was unobtainable. The flavor profile was inconsistent, dependent on the intermittent availability of other fruit scraps. For the new product's name, Keith urged his sales team to use their imagination, or Fantasie in German. A salesman named Joe Nip is reported to have suggested Fanta, and the name was adopted. Fanta proved to be a commercial success within the Third Reich. With Coca-Cola absent and few alternative commercial drinks available, sales climbed to approximately 3 million cases by 1943. The drink served a secondary function, Owing to severe sugar rationing, some households utilized Fanta as a sweetener in cooking. This success enabled Max Keith to realize his objective. He kept Coca-Cola GmbH operational, thereby preserving its infrastructure and shielding his employees from military conscription. Keith's position demanded careful maneuvering within the Nazi system. He was appointed to a role overseeing some enemy property, which paradoxically assisted him in protecting the American-owned company from seizure. His focus remained on the business. In a notable incident near the conclusion of the war, he defied an order from a German general to rename the company, an act of defiance that had no repercussions, as the general was killed in an air raid shortly thereafter. After the war concluded in 1945, Coca-Cola headquarters in Atlanta re-established contact with its German operation. It was discovered that Max Keith had not only successfully preserved the company's assets, but had also generated a profit with a new product. As a result of his actions, the company, its profits, and the Fanta trademark were all reintegrated under the control of the parent Coca-Cola company. Keith was investigated for any potential collaboration with the Nazi regime, and upon being cleared, he was promoted to oversee all of Coca-Cola's operations in Europe. The original Fanta formulation, derived from whey and apple fiber, was discontinued, but the brand name was resurrected in 1955 by a Coca-Cola bottler in Naples, Italy, who utilized local citrus to fashion an orange-flavored drink. This became the foundation for the modern Fanta. The Coca-Cola Company then launched this new Fanta on an international scale, registering the trademark globally in 1960. For many years, Fanta's wartime origins remained obscure. This changed in 2015 when Coca-Cola released an advertisement in Germany for the brand's 75th anniversary. The ad noted the scarcity of Coke ingredients and the invention of Fanta, and featured a phrase about bringing back the feeling of the good old times. This was widely construed as a nostalgic allusion to the Nazi era, provoking significant public backlash. The company swiftly retracted the advertisement and issued an apology, clarifying that its intent was to evoke positive childhood memories and that the brand has no association with Hitler or the Nazi Party. The incident serves as a reminder of the brand's complex origins and the sensitivities surrounding that period of history.